it, I might fall in love. Depending on how you hold me, I'm glad that I'm calming down.
My name is Bushra Sheikh, and many of you will know me from the BBC One show The Apprentice, where I was a candidate on Series 13 in 2017. And that's where most of you will know me from. But since then, it's been an amazing journey for me. 2 years on, and I'm doing some amazing things at the moment. For me, what's really important is about women empowerment and encouraging others and myself to be the best that we can be. So after leaving The Apprentice, which is a couple of years ago now, I've been up to quite a few things. I mean, the first thing is I'm actually the owner of a modest brand called Isla, and that has been running for 4 or 5 years, and I continue doing that. One of the amazing things for me is the opportunities I've had since doing The Apprentice. I've now dived a little bit into media, so I'm working as a producer on a few projects which I can't tell you about at the moment, but I will do soon. And I've also sort of jumped into TV presenting. It's an amazing opportunity, and I just feel like sometimes we should always remember that doors for us can open at any point. We've just got to be strong enough to believe in ourselves and believe that we have the capacity and the ability to achieve all the things that we want to do. I also have 3 children, and they're all different ages. So one thing that's really important to me is to prove and show other women that even if you're a mother, even if you're running a household and you still have a career, it can be done. It might be difficult, but we're definitely strong enough to do it. I, at the moment, have to make sure that all of my things are prepared. I've got to make sure that I'm super organized and my day is organized and that I'm able to get everything done. Of course, going back to The Apprentice, for me, was probably one of those biggest breaks that I had. I think if I hadn't have been strong enough, I would never have applied to that show in the first place. So self-confidence and self-worth and self-belief are important. It's paramount to have self-confidence. I mean, for me, it's a humbling thing to be asked to come here today because it's such an iconic event. It's a part of Nims boutique as well, and there's so many amazing women here that we're working together because it just shows how much more you can get done when you work as a team. I know that we can be misrepresented as Asian, British women. I think it's really important that we are represented that much more. These are the type of events that we need to have. These are the type of situations, the photo shoots that we need to collaborate with, join forces and be stronger, because then that way we can be seen more. It's really hard, I guess, to be in a Western country when you are an ethnic. When you're an ethnic community from an ethnic background, and to be a woman as well, it's very difficult. So for me, it's a privilege to have been a part of this today for sure. I've always had entrepreneurial spirit in my blood, and I always knew that I wanted a family. So in my mind, I was like, well, if I was going to have a full-time job and have children, how would I do it? Then I thought, I need to be flexible. I need to have flexible working hours, and in order to achieve that, I would probably need to run my own business. It took a little bit of courage, and it takes that kind of perseverance to know that in the first couple of years you may not achieve many results, but 3rd or 4th year. So it's really important to plan. And to be honest, I never ever thought that I would go on The Apprentice, although I'd watched it for so many years. And then one day as I was working, Lord Sugar's sort of face popped up on the computer, and I was like, you know what, why don't I give it a go? So I had the courage to apply. I thought, let's just give it a shot and let's do it. So for me, because I've always wanted to run my own business, and I had started Isla Collection at the time, I thought it would be amazing to have somebody like Lord Sugar invest into me. And it also meant that he believed in me as well. Recently, I made the decision to take my headscarf off. And that's being a Muslim. It was a part of my faith. I am still a Muslim. But I'd worn it for a very long time, and the reason why I was wearing it wasn't sitting comfortable with me anymore. And many of you may have seen me before in the headscarf, and this would be actually my first shoot that I'm able to glam up, show my hair, and that's a really important thing for me because today I feel super empowered. I feel like today is the day that I finally come to the realization that there was a reason why I didn't want to wear the hijab anymore. And I know a lot of people won't understand it, but it is a personal journey, it's a personal experience, but that definitely doesn't make me less of a woman, less Muslim, because your faith is private to you, and that's something that's personal to me. But yeah, of course, some people will agree and some people won't, but it's definitely made me more confident than I was before. So since taking off the hijab and since taking my headscarf off, I've had mixed responses, I'm going to be honest. And to be honest, I'm very shocked at how cruel people can be. where is this thing on that's called humanity? Like, we have to be nice and kind and caring to each other before we make judgments on them. So that shocked me a lot. So I've had a lot of people say not some very nice things to me. On the flip side of it, I've had a lot of support. I've got a good network of friends and family that support my decision, and that's what keeps me going. It's really important to have the right people around you in the right circle, because if you don't, there are far too many people that are always going to bring you down. So make sure you have those people that always raise you up, tell you how good you are and all the things that you can achieve. So for me, yes, I might have all this backlash, but it's also important because it means that there is a conversation to be had out there in the community. So I'm actually one of 5 sisters, which is amazing, and we're all very, very close. And initially when I decided that I may remove my hijab, which was like 2 or 3 years ago, they were a little bit shocked because it was a long, long time that they had seen me. So I guess that change can also be quite hard for people to deal with. But once I actually came to the decision that I was going to do it, and my family supported me 100%, they were like, if this is what you want to do, then you should do it. Of course, my husband and my children, they all knew that I had it in my heart that I wasn't sure. So they were already expecting that I might have come to that decision. So yeah, family and friends wise, they have been absolutely fantastic for me. So when it comes to being in the public eye and the media and doing anything that you are known for on a public platform, and having a religion to that, the fact that I'm Muslim, I mean, you could be any religion, it causes a lot of controversy because people have their own beliefs and they would like to enforce those upon you. My advice to women out there, young girls out there, Muslim or not, you always have to be true to yourself, because there's one important thing. If you're not true to yourself, you can never actually reach your full potential. You can't become the woman that you want to become. And I'm telling you, as hard as it may be, sometimes we have to take those very difficult steps. And in the beginning, it may seem difficult, but you'll find that it will get easier. Always just remain yourself. If that includes wearing the hijab, then wear the hijab. If that means that you don't want to wear it, then don't wear it. I just feel like we need to stop this judgmental thing that we do amongst women. It's time to raise each other up instead of pulling each other down. My advice to you guys out there that may have a dream to go out there and achieve and have a business and be an entrepreneur, it's all about planning. It's all about organizing yourself. There are some key things that we need to do in order to achieve those things, and that is be consistent, make sure you have a good plan, and keep good company. Those are very, very important factors, but if that's how you feel and that's what you want to do, 100% go for it, because anything is possible. Today's shoot has been absolutely phenomenal. I have been surrounded by beautiful, empowered women. The vibe is just crazy. It's like a party. For me, it's actually the first time that I've been able to get glammed up in some beautiful clothing. Nim as well. Thank you, all the girls that have been here like to glam me up. It just feels amazing, and I feel like finally I can start being myself. And for the last 2 years, I've been unsure, but today has actually made me realise that there's a lot of stuff to come in the future. Guys, if you want to follow me, definitely catch me on Instagram, which is Bushra1Sheikh. You can also have a look at my collection, which is islacollection.com online, or Isla Official on Instagram. And please keep a watch out. We've got some amazing, amazing stuff coming up in 2020. Be sure to follow.